Well, I just got done watching Raw, and there's not really a whole lot to say about it. It was kind of a bland show. The Sting segment was pretty cool. That was great. But other than that, it just felt like an overly long, episode of Raw, which most of the 3-hour Raws do feel overly long. They repeated a lot of stuff that they did last week, which I thought was really strange. The Dean Ambrose Curtis Axel segment was almost identical to last week's show, to the point that I thought, did they put in the tape from last week or something? They did Ziggler versus Bray again, which, all right, but just a lot of repetitiveness going on this show, which to me, if you're going to just repeat the same thing you did the week before, then maybe you shouldn't feature that story on the show again. If you're not going to advance the story, then maybe you shouldn't be featured on that particular episode, and you should come back to it when you are able to come up with some way to advance it, rather than just repeating what you did the week before. But whatever. Raw, not a whole lot to speak of. Are they turning Roman Reigns heel? Is that what the point of the end was tonight? Because are they going to give up on him as a top babyface, realizing that that's not going to work? But again, time will tell. Fastlane is in a couple weeks, so we'll find out. Those are my thoughts on Raw. I saw Lockdown last week, TNA's special Impact episode. Not very good. It was just a weird, clumsy, dull show. There were so many things I didn't like about it. I almost don't want to go into specifics because I could be here all day. But I didn't like the way it was shot. It looked like they were trying way too hard to get around the fact that, cage matches are hard to shoot because naturally your vision is obstructed by the cage. But the way they shot it just didn't look right. It looked kind of herky-jerky. The matches were kind of clumsy and didn't really amount to much in terms of quality. People were obviously excited for Kong and Havoc, but that match just kind of turned out to be ordinary. What else? Rude and Eric Young was like a squash match. Where Rude basically destroyed EY, which, all right. I thought the point is that they want to keep Eric Young strong and make me think of him as a main event level talent, and they had Bobby Roode pretty much just destroy him. But so there was that. The tag title match was the weirdest fucking match. It was just a clumsy random series of moves, basically. That was the tag match. Although the fall that Jeff Hardy took after the match was pretty sick. Yeah, the Lethal Lockdown match wasn't good at all. That was just a bumbling mess. They just crammed a bunch of bodies in there and just let them fumble around for 20 minutes, and that was basically the Lethal Lockdown match. And then they threw Lashley out there as the fourth man for Team Angle just because. I don't know. I guess they figured that'd be a good twist or something. I think the best match on the show was actually the handicap match, a Rockstar Spud and what's that other guy's name? Mason Andrews versus the Funkasaurus, Tyrus, as he's known now. That was probably the most enjoyable match on the show, and it was one big guy fighting off two little guys, but they made it fun, and you had EC3 being a dick outside the cage, and so, EC3 typically makes things better. But overall, Lockdown just was not a very good show. Not a good showing from TNA at all. And it's just kind of... Basically, the best way I could describe it was dull and clumsy. That was pretty much the best way I can sum it up. I don't know when they're going to get into the UK tapings. Supposedly, the UK tapings are getting rave reviews from what I've heard. But I haven't had any of it spoiled for me. But if that's true, if these UK shows are really good, then they need to get to those on TV quickly because what they've been doing up to this point hasn't been up to snuff. But so those are my thoughts on TNA. But that's all I have for now. I just wanted the main point of this video is that I did want to do one final plug for NXT Takeover. Their special is happening Wednesday night, which I will not be able to see live because I'm having dinner with friends. But I will definitely try to avoid spoilers as much as possible and watch it on Thursday. I can't wait to see that. I think the card is stacked. They added Tyler Breeze versus Hideo Itami to the card, which is great. I think that card's pretty loaded. You have Breeze versus Itami. You have the 4-Way Divas match. You have Adrian Neville versus Finn Balor for the number 1 contendership, which that match is going to be awesome. And then you have the main event of Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens for the title, and that match is going to be incredible, I think. So those 4 matches right there make for a pretty stacked card. The Bull Dempsey Baron Corbin match, I was excited for that feud initially, but unfortunately the first 2 matches didn't really do it for me, and I'm not excited to see a third one. And then you have the tag title match, which it won't be bad, but I just don't see the point in doing a rematch so quickly after doing the first match. Or they should have saved the title change for this show. Just, either or. But it won't be a bad match. I'm just not overly excited for it. But other than that, this NXT special looks like it's going to be another great one, so I'm looking forward to it, definitely. It should be great. Also happening this week, I just got done subscribing to New Japan World for my free month, and I'm definitely going to be checking out those New Beginning shows. I think they're going to be killer. I think they're going to be great. Again, I'm not going to be able to see them as they are happening. Obviously, my work schedule gets in the way, and all sorts of other things going on this weekend, but I will probably have both shows watched by Sunday or Monday. That's my goal. So, I highly recommend checking out those shows. I think they're going to be very good. Like I said, you've got some big matches on there. AJ Styles versus Tanahashi for the IWGP title. Nakamura defending the IWGP Intercontinental title against Yuji Nagata. There's my big match, Ishii versus Makabe for the Never Openweight Championship, which I love their match at Wrestle Kingdom 9, so I can't wait to see this match again. And there's a few other Wrestle Kingdom 9 rematches sprinkled in. Jushin Liger is going to be on both shows, so I think it's going to be a really, really fun experience watching both of those cards. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also thinking about checking out the Ring of Honor 13th Anniversary show. That happens March 1st. Looked over the card for that, and there's some... It's not a stellar card, I don't think, but I haven't followed Ring of Honor in a while, so I don't know what their storylines are exactly, but it looks like it could be good. I might check it out, so we'll see. We shall see. I'm going to try and start watching the Ring of Honor TV shows, at least online. I don't get it around where I live, but I could definitely check those shows out online. But yeah, a lot of good wrestling out there. NXT and New Japan are pretty much going to make my week as a wrestling fan. There's literally nothing that could happen that would upset me. As long as those shows deliver, I'm going to end this week as a happy wrestling fan. But that's all I have for now. Thank you all for watching, and I will probably be back at the end of the week at some point. I definitely want to review the NXT special. Unfortunately, will not be on Wednesday night, or even... It might not even be Thursday night, depending on when I get done watching it. But I do ask that nobody send me comments or anything or post comments on this video and spoil it for me. I will not be able to watch it live, which is disappointing, but at the same time, it's NXT. It'll be worth the wait. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out that show and the 2 New Japan shows, definitely. So if you do that, good on you. I'm sure you're going to love it. You're going to have a great time, and I will see you all later this week. So, later.